Muck is a masterpiece. It has everything that makes a game good. Fighting, crafting, milk. What else could you need? So of course, after watching Dani's video about making the game, I had to speedrun it. I was inspired. See what I did there? That's the title. Anyways, I hopped on my stream and went to do the most complicated Muck category, Big Chunk. Big Chunk is a boss that spawns no sooner than the 4th night if playing on gamer mode. He's difficult to beat and can even one-shot you. It's also completely luck-based whether he shows up or not. Whatever, no point in worrying about that. Let's speedrun. But wait, before we start the speedrun, I wanted to say that within 24 hours of this video being released, my 1,000,000 subscriber merch will officially be gone forever. If you like the designs, I definitely recommend picking them up as soon as possible, because you don't have too much time. And if you're watching this video after 24 hours have passed, this is kind of awkward, but you can still go to EazySpeezy.com and pick up some of our merch that's always there. Okay, let's start the speedrun. Now, when you're doing any Muck speedrun, you have to be ready to reset a lot. Muck has a bunch of chests throughout the land. The ones that are black and green are free to open, but the other ones take gold that you get from killing enemies. The green ones are the only ones that give items though, while every other chest will give you a power up. So we're looking for a few specific items, but my favorite start is either getting an iron axe or an iron pickaxe. Now when we spawned in, we found broccoli, which is actually amazing because it gives health regeneration, and a blue pill which gives a shield. Pretty good start, but not good enough. I then spotted a shack off in the distance, so I decided to go there. The only places to find green chests are in shacks or wheelbarrows, so they're always smart to go to. On my way, I found more broccoli, which basically ensures I'll never die, and a golden axe. Gold is the same strength as iron, so we officially had a run. Then the shack I was originally going to was kinda just adequate, but I had a really strong start, so we didn't reset. From then, it was time to cut down some trees. Muck works in a way that there are 4 different levels of trees, rocks, and tools. The tools go wooden, iron, and gold, which work the same, mithrils, and finally adamantite. As such, you're usually supposed to start out with a rock to break a tree and get wooden tools, but since we had the golden axe, we didn't have to worry about that. As for everything else, the general progression is you get wooden tools to break birch trees and iron rocks, then get your iron or gold tools, which can break fir trees and mithril rocks, and finally you get adamantite, and that can break everything else in the game. So from there, we cut down regular trees to use for some general crafting, and birch trees to make an iron pick. This is where we also got lucky and found both the collection of iron and an anvil in a shack, something that usually takes 5 iron by itself. This was huge for the speedrun since we had full iron tools before the first night. I did some more looking around to try to find fir trees and mithril rocks to make mithril tools, all while getting random chests on the ground to get more items. This was when the first night started. Every night, a bunch of enemies are going to come and attack you. Thankfully, they're pretty easy to deal with. As long as you're constantly moving, you won't get hit very much. Also, since we had 2 broccoli power-ups, even if we did get hit, we would just regenerate that health. That meant it was a night of running in circles and hitting weird dinosaur-looking creatures with a pickaxe. It was beautiful. One other thing I should mention about combat while we're here is sometimes you'll get a critical hit. These happen randomly and do more damage. Yay, another thing to add to the RNG of this run. But we made it through the night pretty easily, getting a ton of gold, which let us open up more chests, and you can kind of see how the speedrun's gonna go. Our only objective is to get as overpowered as possible before we hopefully get the chance to fight the boss. Again, Big Chunk can't spawn before night 4, so there's not much more you can do. This meant the day was spent looking for fir trees, or as I like to call them, pointy trees, and once we had enough wood to make our mithril tools, we had to find the mithril ore. Oh yeah, also one thing that's fun to mention about this game is you can reach pretty insane speeds. If you get lucky with your chest drops, you literally just zoom past everything in the game. What can I say? I was having a good time. Finally though, after looking for a bit, I found some mithril rocks. They were literally right by my base the entire time. I'm so good at seeing things. I also use this cool strategy to mine where you can stand between 2 rocks and mine towards the ground, hitting both of them. It saves a bit of time, but more importantly, it's just pretty satisfying. It also helped me get more mithril than I needed, which meant I could get some overpowered armor in just a bit. I spent night 2 mining some more mithril while also murdering the weird men around me. I got really close to dying, so that was a bit scary, but we made it through the night. And at this point, I could finally make my mithril tools, except for the fact that I kind of needed some more rocks. Oops. But after that, I made some more furnaces and got my mithril to cook. We also got this iconic clip. What don't I have? I think it's just bark. No, we also need fir wood. Do we not have fir wood? We do. Mithril bars. Hello? Chat? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such a good speedrunner. Finally though, we got our mithril tools and could get our final weapon. Luckily, I had both an oak tree and an adamantite rock right by me, so I didn't have to travel too long to get them. However, I was a bit worried because I barely had any food and still another night before even getting the chance to face the boss. So after I got some armor, I went to murder some cows. Sorry guys, this is just too good of a run to waste. Of course though, while I was just trying to do some peaceful murder, a bunch of enemies came after me. But it's Muck. You literally just keep moving and win and murder more cows. Hooray. Then finally, I got my adamantite sword and everything was coming together. I was completely suited up. I made a bit more armor and was finally done with the crafting section. It was now time to wait for Big Chunk. Luckily, this game has a lot to do while you're waiting, so I went around collecting more chests and fighting battle shrines. Battle shrines are scattered throughout the map, and when you interact with them, 3 ugly guys will spawn. Sorry, I haven't really made fun of the enemies the entire time. I needed to do it at least once. After you defeat the 3 of them, you get another power up, and it's usually a pretty good one. Then you also get the side effect of getting more gold from fighting the enemies, which you can use to open more chests, so there's not really a reason not to do it. So I went through the map opening chests, getting power ups like this frog, not really sure why I focused on him specifically, guess he's just kinda cute, and fighting more battle shrines. This is a kind of nerve-wracking part of the run though. If Big Chunk doesn't spawn here, the entire speedrun is wasted, and I would have to go through the amazing process of resetting my seed another 50 times. While I was doing my senseless murder, thoughts flashed through my head like, what if this was all worthless, and did I forget to put my milk back in my oh no. But luckily for this run, we got him. Big Chunk spawned. And he's not that hard, honestly. You kind of just go up to him and tap him in the butt a few times. He tries to run away, but that's not really my problem, so I whittled away his health and got the kill, ending the time at 21:25. Muck was beaten, and it was beaten fast. And on speedrun.com, we were able to see that I finished at 10th place. Honestly, could have been a bit better, but after attempting runs for another 3 hours off stream to make a video and getting bad RNG over and over, I said whatever, this is our time. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm and I really appreciate it. Also subscribe to the channel. Only about 25% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. And if you've been enjoying them, you might as well. It helps me out a ton. And finally, again, if you are interested, make sure you check out my 1 million subscriber merch. It's only going to be available for another 24 hours. And hey, I think it's pretty cool. I was wearing it throughout this entire speedrun. But enough shilling. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next time.